Have you ever been to a hospital? Chances are you have. When you were in that hospital, did you take a look around? Was it a religious hospital? Were there nuns? Or was it just kind of secular, general, sterile? This summer, my URA was looking at the negotiation of religion and spirituality in Canadian hospitals. I started by looking at a history of hospitals in Canada. Many hospitals were run by religious orders like nuns, though there were some that were run by wealthy individuals or groups of individuals. In the late 1800s, most people had a doctor who would come to their house, and you didn't really want to go to these hospitals because disease was rampant, there was a lot of people crammed in together. It was really a last resort. This started to change in the early 1900s with immigration, so you have a lot of people coming who maybe don't have a lot of money, and with technology advancing and with the Industrial Revolution. So you've got things maybe like x-rays, and they are only available in hospitals. So we start to see a lot of hospitals being built around this time. We also see 2 world wars and a Great Depression. So you've got more people coming back from overseas who are injured and need special care. And we've got the Great Depression where there isn't a lot of money to go around. So this started to set the scene for the government to start their health insurance policies. So in the late 50s, early 1960s, the government introduced a funding health insurance act for hospitals in Canada. Now, this was great for a lot of reasons, but it was also difficult, especially for religious institutions. So if you've got a Catholic hospital, for example, they want to retain their identity. And by giving over some of their governance, some of their support to the government, it felt like a direct hit to their morals. This came about again in the 1990s when the government put together in Ontario the HSRC, which was this commission for restructuring of hospitals in Ontario. And they really had free reign. They could do whatever they wanted. They closed a whole bunch of hospitals. They amalgamated a bunch of hospitals and built a few new ones in some instances. But the real point of tension and negotiation was they amalgamated some Catholic and secular, non-religious institutions. So now you've got these Catholic institutions, for example, where they have to become more secularized, or you've got a secular community hospital that is suddenly forced to go and start following the morals of Catholicism. Now, what resulted from this was kind of a change in how Catholic institutions structured themselves. So instead of being directed by the nuns, they changed to a sponsorship model. And so a hospital would then be sponsored by the Catholic Health Sponsors of Ontario, who was under a national body, and they got their health ethics guide, so what services they could provide according to the Catholic values and morals, straight from the Pope in the Vatican. This is actually how it still is today. So if you go to a Catholic hospital, say in Toronto, St. Michael's, St. Joe's, you can't get services like prescription contraceptives or abortion, medical assistance in dying, because it goes against the Catholic beliefs. Now, this isn't the worst thing if you're Catholic, but there's increasing diversity in especially the GTA. The Greater Toronto Area, there's over 6 million people. And of these people, 46% are born outside of Canada. Over 50%, according to the latest Statistics Canada, are a visible minority. And we're starting to see more religious diversity. So more people are Muslim, Hindu, Sikh, Jewish, and more people are agnostic or believe in no religion, atheist as well. And we've got a whole lot of people who identify as Indigenous too in the Greater Toronto Area. So how are these diverse people being treated in different healthcare settings? That's what we're starting to look at. So over the next 5 years, we're hoping to get a grant to look at how actually in the hospitals the negotiation between religion and secularization is happening. And I could go on forever, but I will take questions. Thank you.